Student, good morning. Myself, Sri K.D. Borsesar, biology subject teacher. In previous lecture, we learned excretion and osmoregulation chapter contain concept, role or function of excretory system. You know, human excretory system consists of 4 different parts: pair of kidneys, pair of ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. In previous lecture, we detail discuss each and every part of excretory system of man perform function. Also, we detail discuss external covering of kidney. Kidney externally covered by 3 coverings. Outer one is renal fascia, middle one is adipose capsule, and inner one is renal capsule. We also discuss in previous lecture histological structure of kidney. Histologically, kidney consists of 2 parts, outer cortex and middle medulla. Today we are going to learn some more concept including excretion and osmoregulation chapter, nephrology and structure of nephron. So let us start today's first concept, nephrology. Nephrology is a branch of biology. Nephrology is a branch of biology which deals with structure, function and disorders of male and female excretory system or urinary system called as nephrology. Human urinary system may be male urinary system or female urinary system, contain different organs, its structure, different organ, its function and disorders of urinary system. स्टडी करणारी ब्रँच नेफ्रॉलॉजी म्हणून ओळखली जाते. सो नेफ्रॉलॉजी इज अ ब्रँच ऑफ बायोलॉजी विच डील्स विथ structure, function and disorders of male and female urinary system. We detail discuss nephron. Nephron is a structural functional unit of kidney. Kidney perform different function. Such function is actual performed by nephron because nephron is structural and functional unit of kidney. What is nephron? Nephrons are structural and functional unit of kidney. Seen here diagrammatic representation. This one is a nephron. एका नेफ्रॉनची डायग्राम इथं समोर दिलेली आहे. सो सच नेफ्रॉन परफॉर्म किडनी फंक्शन. इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ डिफरंट पार्ट्स. Such nephron are present in a single kidney is about 1 millions. Means एका सिंगल किडनी मध्ये हा एक नेफ्रॉन आहे असे 1 millions नेफ्रॉन प्रेझेंट असतात and they perform urinary system function. So nephrons are structural and functional unit of kidney. It about 1 million in numbers present in a single kidney. Length of each nephron about 4 to 6 centimeter long. एका नेफ्रॉनची लांबी पूर्ण from proximal end to distal end 4 to 6 meter long असते. Whole nephron is a thin wall tube. Actual पूर्ण नेफ्रॉन एक thin wall tube असतो आणि त्याची लांबी 4 to 6 centimeter असते. So this is a nephron. This nephron is about 4 to 6 meter in length and whole nephron is a thin walled tube. This tube is very thin walled tube. So such nephron proximal end means this point. Proximal end of nephron is wide, blind, curve like. See in diagrammatic representation, wide, blind, completely blind proximal end, and cup like is also, this is the cup like structure. So proximal end of nephron is wide, blind, and cup like structure, while distal end is open. This distal is open. So up to this we detail discuss some general information of nephron. We detail discuss structure of nephron. Structurally, nephron consists of two parts. Number one, first Malpighian body. Malpighian body is the first part of nephron, and renal tubule, second part of nephron. Means whole nephron structurally divide into two parts, Malpighian body and renal tubule. Seen here diagrammatic representation, this part is Malpighian body. So this is the Malpighian body part of the nephron, and remaining one means from this part to all over renal tubule called them. So Malpighian body and renal tubules are two parts of nephron. This one is Malpighian tubule and remaining whole part is renal tubule. See near diagrammatic structure of nephron. This part is no doubt Malpighian body of nephron. Malpighian body of nephron consists of two parts. This coiled part present in the cup-shaped cavity known as glomerulus. This coiled part present in cup-shaped cavity called as glomerulus. This is the glomerulus part of Malpighian body. Cup-shaped cavity structure called as Bowman's capsule, means inside the Bowman capsule cavity contain glomerulus structure is present, and both glomerulus and Bowman's capsule are called as Malpighian body, and this is the first part of nephron. Always remember, Malpighian body consists of two parts, glomerulus, and this part is Bowman's capsule. A renal tubule consists of different parts, like first one is proximal convoluted tubule. So this part is proximal convoluted tubule. Second one is Henle's loop. This part is Henle's loop, U-shaped structure of the renal tubule known as loop of Henle. Henle's loop also called them. Next part of the renal tubule called as distal convoluted tubule. This is the distal convoluted tubule. This part is also show coiled part like proximal convoluted tubule. This part is also coiled distal convoluted tubule, and this distal convoluted tubule is open into the last part of the nephron known as collecting duct. So this is the collecting duct. Means Malpighian body consists of glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Renal tubule consists of PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. Loop of Henle, U-shaped structure. This one is distal convoluted tubule, and this is the collecting duct. So this is the whole diagrammatic structure of nephron. Means each nephron consists of two main parts, Malpighian body and renal tubule. You know, Malpighian body consists of Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. This is the Malpighian body. This part is glomerulus and this is the Bowman's capsule. Renal tubule consists of PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. This loop of Henle, this one is loop of Henle. Distal convoluted tubule, DCT, this is the distal convoluted tubule, and collecting duct, this part is collecting duct. We detail discuss one by one. First one is Malpighian body. Malpighian body is a first proximal part of the nephron. Each Malpighian body is about 200 micrometer diameter. 200 micrometer diameter each Malpighian body. Always remember 200 micrometer diameter. Consists of glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Malpighian body consists of glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Seen here diagrammatic representation. This Malpighian body, whole a Malpighian body consists of 200 micrometer in diameter, consists of glomerulus and Bowman's capsule are the two parts. We detail discuss one by one. First one is glomerulus of Malpighian body. Point number first. Glomerulus is a bunch of fine blood capillaries. Glomerulus is a bunch of fine blood capillaries. Blood capillaries चा fine bunch म्हणून ओळखला जातो glomerulus. Present in the cup of Bowman's capsule. Such bunch of fine blood capillaries present in the cup of Bowman's capsule. Seen here, this yellow structure is a Bowman's capsule, look like cup, and this cup like Bowman's capsule's structure contain a bunch of fine blood capillaries. Here clearly seen, these are the bunch of fine capillaries and this part is called as glomerulus. What is glomerulus? It is a bunch of fine blood capillaries present in the cuff of Bowman's capsule called as glomerulus. Point number 2. A small terminal branch of renal artery. You know, renal artery is one of the artery oxygenated blood supplied to the kidney, so called them renal artery. So a small terminal branch of renal artery called as afferent arteriole. This is the afferent arteriole. Here labeled afferent arteriole. This afferent arteriole is a small branch of renal artery. So a small terminal branch of renal artery called as afferent arteriole enter the cup cavity. This afferent arteriole enter the cup cavity and undergoes branching. This is the branching structure of afferent arteriole. So afferent arteriole enter the cup cavity and undergoes branching to form network of several capillaries. Seen here, network of several capillaries formed from afferent arteriole. So such network of several capillaries are called as glomerulus. This bunch called as glomerulus. So how form glomerulus structure? A small terminal branch of renal artery called as afferent arteriole enter the cup cavity undergoes branching to form network of several capillaries, and this bunch called as glomerulus. So this is the glomerulus formed by afferent arteriole capillaries bunch, and it is present in the cup-shaped cavity of Bowman's capsule. Now, second part known as Bowman's capsule, Malpighian body. It is cup-like structure. Bowman's capsule is cup-like structure having double wall. Seen here a diagrammatic representation. Cup-like structure known as Bowman's capsule. This part is Bowman's capsule. No doubt it's show cup-like structure having double wall. So this is the outer wall and this one is inner wall. So each Bowman's capsule structurally consists of double wall. Both walls are composed of squamous epithelium cells. Means this outer wall composed of squamous epithelium cells. Inner wall is also composed of squamous epithelium cells. Point number 3. Outer wall called as parietal wall. This outer wall called as parietal wall or parietal layer. This is the outer layer known as parietal layer or parietal wall, while the inner wall called as visceral wall. Inner wall called as visceral wall. So this is the inner wall, called them visceral layer or visceral wall. Means total 2 layers or wall show a cup-shaped structure of Bowman's capsule. Outer one is known as parietal wall, inner one is known as visceral wall. Up to this we detail discuss 3 different points of Bowman's capsule. Point number 4. A space between 2 walls, that is parietal and visceral, called as urinary space or capsular space. Location of urinary space present in between 2 walls of Bowman's capsule, that is parietal wall and visceral wall. Present in between them a space called as urinary space. Urinary space also called as capsular space. Seen here diagrammatic representation. This part is outer wall, means parietal. This one is outer wall, parietal, and this one is inner wall, visceral. So in between them a space called as capsular space, also called as urinary space. Capsular space also called as urinary space. Point number 5. Visceral wall is inner wall. Visceral wall is inner wall, consists of a special type of squamous cells called as podocytes. Visceral wall consists of special type of squamous cells called as podocytes. Seen here diagrammatic representation. No doubt both wall is made up of squamous epithelium cells, but this visceral wall composed of squamous epithelium cell made up of a specialized squamous epithelium cell called as podocytes. This one is a podocyte. This is also a podocyte. So this visceral wall contain a special type of squamous cells called as podocytes. Each podocyte have a foot-like pedicle. Seen here clearly. Each podocyte show foot-like pedicle. This is the foot-like pedicle structure seen in each podocyte. Such podocytes are special squamous epithelium cells arranged in visceral wall of Bowman's capsule. Such podocytes are close contact with the wall of capillary glomerulus. Podocytes are directly contact with capillary network glomerulus. So this close contact in between capillary wall to podocytes are most important for filtration purpose. Up to this we detail discuss total 6 different points of Bowman's capsule. Now we detail discuss 7th point of Bowman's capsule. Small slits or filtration slits present. Small slits or filtration slits present between adjacent podocytes. In between two podocytes present small slits, called them filtration slits. This two podocyte in between them, two podocyte in between them. So small slits or filtration slits present in between adjacent podocytes. Parietal wall is consist of simple squamous epithelium cells. This is the parietal wall or layer, contains simple squamous epithelium cells. Point number 9. Bowman's capsule continuous into the neck. This is the neck part of the nephron. So Bowman's capsule continuous into the neck, made up of ciliated epithelium cells. This region means neck region of Bowman's capsule, made up of ciliated epithelium cell, means Bowman's capsule outer parietal layer made up of simple squamous epithelial cells. Inner visceral layer contain specialized squamous epithelium cells called as podocyte, and the neck of Bowman's capsule are made up of ciliated epithelium cells, and the neck part of the Bowman's capsule leads to PCT, means this neck part is continuous to proximal convoluted tubule, that is PCT. So up to this we detail discuss Bowman's capsule of Malpighian tubule. You know Bowman's capsule and glomerulus are two parts of Malpighian tubule. Means up to this we detail discuss Malpighian body, its two parts, glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Hope that you understood everything. Now we learn renal tubule is the second main part of nephron. You know renal tubule is consist of 4 part: proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule means DCT, and collecting duct. See near diagrammatic representation. This part is proximal convoluted tubule, neck of nephron start. This part is proximal convoluted tubule means PCT. This part is U-shape loop of Henle, and this part, one more coiled part, distal convoluted tubule, and this part is collecting duct. So renal tubule consists of PCT, loop of Henle, DCT and collecting duct. We detail discuss one by one. First one is proximal convoluted tubule part. It is highly coiled part of the renal tubule. PCT is highly coiled part of renal tubule. Seen here, this portion is proximal convoluted tubule. This is the proximal convoluted tubule part. So this region is starting from neck of Bowman's capsule to loop of Henle. This is the loop of Henle descending limb. So neck of Bowman's capsule and descending part of the loop of Henle, in between them a coiled part called as PCT or proximal convoluted tubule. Such PCT internally lined by cuboidal cells. Internally PCT lined by cuboidal cells with brush border microvilli. Internally, this part means internally PCT part lined by cuboidal cells with brush border show microvilli. Seen diagrammatic representation. This is the brush border cuboidal cells. This is also brush border cuboidal cell present in PCT region of the renal tubule. So this PCT region, so this is the PCT region, is surrounded by peritubular capillary network. It's surrounded by means PCT surrounded by peritubular capillary network. PCTच्या पार्टवर peritubular capillary network arise असतं. Senior diagrammatic representation. This efferent arteriole spread capillary network all over the PCT part. So this is the capillary network present on PCT part of the renal tubule. Point number 4. PCT is a place of selective reabsorption. This part PCT is a place of selective reabsorption. जे सिलेक्टिव्ह मटेरियल असतं, जे इसेन्शियल मटेरियल असेल त्याला रिॲब्झॉर्ब करणारा पार्ट असेल PCT. लाईक सोडियम क्लोराइड्स, वाटर, ग्लुकोज, अमिनो ॲसिड्स आर reabsorbed from proximal convoluted tubule, and such reabsorbed essential selective material are transferred inside the capillary tubular network. So this is the proximal convoluted tubule points. Up to this we detail discuss total 4 points of proximal convoluted tubule. Now due to convolutions means coiled, due to convolutions or coiled PCT part, filtrate flow slowly. Filtrate flow slowly. PCT coiling part आहे. Due to coiling part of PCT, filtrate flow slowly and remains in the PCT for longer duration. Seen here, this part is coiled part. So filtrate flow slowly, याच्यातून जाणारा filtrate coiled part असल्यामुळे slowly पुढे पास होणार. remains in the PCT means PCT मध्ये longer duration filtrate थांबेल, and due to this selective material is reabsorption process takes place inside the PCT. So due to convolution coiling, filtrate flows slowly and remains in the PCT for longer duration. Due to this means coiling, convolution, longer duration remains in PCT, ensure the reabsorption of maximum amount of useful molecules. Due to coiling part of PCT, filtrate remains in the PCT longer duration. Due to this, ensure reabsorption maximum amount of useful molecules. जास्त वेळ PCT मध्ये फिल्ट्रेट थांबतं, त्याच्यामुळे मॅक्सिमम युजफुल मॉलिक्यूल रिॲब्झॉर्प्शन करता येणं शक्य आहे. सो अप टू दिस वी डिटेल डिस्कस. PCT इज वन ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ renal tubule and this is important for reabsorption of useful molecules. Now we detail discuss. Loop of Henle. It is U-shaped tube consisting of descending limb and ascending limb. Loop of Henle U आकाराचा ट्यूब असतो. डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब अँड असेंडिंग लिम्ब हे त्याचे दोन पार्ट्स. सिनियर डायग्रामॅटिक रिप्रेझेंटेशन. Loop of Henle is continuous from PCT to DCT, formed U-shaped structure, consists of descending limb means खाली जाणारा पार्ट असेल, so this is the descending limb, and ascending limb, this is the ascending limb. So these two limbs, descending and ascending of loop of Henle, perform different functions. So we detail discuss difference between of descending and ascending loop of Henle. First one is descending limb, second one is ascending limb. Senior diagrammatic representation. This is the descending limb and this part is ascending limb. In descending limb, first point, it is thin walled part, means this part is very thin walled part. Ascending limb, it is thick walled part. This is the thick walled part. Second point, descending limb permeable to water, means this region from water reabsorption process takes place. Ascending limb impermeable to water, this part is not permeable to water. So this is the difference between ascending and descending limb region. Third point, descending limb, it lined with simple squamous epithelium cells. Ascending limb lined with simple cuboidal epithelium cells. So this is the difference between ascending and descending limb. No doubt descending limb is thin, permeable to water, lined by simple squamous epithelium cells. Ascending limb thick, impermeable to water and lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Up to this we detail discuss difference between descending and ascending limb loop of Henle. Now loop of Henle, no doubt U-shaped structure surrounded by capillary network called as vasa recta. What is vasa recta? Loop of Henle is surrounded by capillary network. Such capillary network present on loop of Henle are called as vasa recta. Senior diagrammatic representation. This is the vasa recta, means capillary network surrounded on the loop of Henle parts. So such structure called as vasa recta, and such vasa recta perform function to operate counter current system, means a mechanism for osmoregulation, that is regulation of salt and water balance in the body. So this regulation of salt and water balance in the body takes place descending and ascending limb of loop of Henle. Descending limb water permeable, means water reabsorption. Ascending limb water impermeable, means salt permeable. So due to this, osmoregulation process takes place, and due to this, salt and water balance in the body, and such function is done by vasa recta structure, because Henle's loop on surrounded capillary network. Such ascending limb of Henle's loop is connected to DCT part. Up to this we detail discuss Henle's loop. Descending and ascending limb perform different function. Now we detail discuss distal convoluted tubule. It is another coiled part of the renal tubule. DCT is another coiled renal tubule part. This is the DCT part. This one is PCT. No doubt PCT is also coiled part. DCT is also coiled part. So DCT is another coiled part of renal tubule. Its wall consists of simple cuboidal epithelium cells. This DCT region contains simple cuboidal epithelium cells. DCT perform tubular secretion function, also called them augmentation, also called them active secretion. DCT perform tubular secretion or augmentation or active secretion in function. What is tubular secretion? Tubular secretion means the nitrogenous waste remains present in the capillary network, or directly introduced into the DCT region from network of capillary to DCT. Such process called as tubular secretion. Through tubular secretion, waste are taken up from surrounding capillary. या रिजनमध्ये DCTच्या रिजनमध्ये असलेल्या सराउंडिंग कॅपिलरी मधून वेस्ट, नायट्रोजिनस वेस्ट सिक्रेशन केलं जातं फ्रॉम capillary network to DCT tubule part in the urine. So this is called as tubular secretion, and this tubular secretion occurs in the distal convoluted tubule part. DCT help water reabsorption. Also DCT help regulation of pH of the body fluid. Up to this we detail discuss total 5 different parts of DCT, means distal convoluted tubule. Point number 6, a short straight part of DCT. This is the short straight part of DCT called as collecting tubule. Collecting tubule means short straight part of DCT, called them collecting tubule. Such collecting tubule reabsorb water and secrete protons. This part is reabsorb water and secrete protons. Number 8, collecting tubule open into the collecting duct. So this is the collecting duct. Such collecting tubule means straight part of the distal convoluted tubule is open into the collecting duct, and this collecting duct attach number of nephrons and collecting duct distal part is open into the pyramids of the kidney. Up to this we detail discuss. Renal tubule consists of PCT, loop of Henle, DCT and collecting duct. Review today's topic. We learn in today's lecture nephrology is one of the branch of biology which deals with structure, function and disorders of male and female urinary system. Structure of nephron, in that Malpighian body and renal tubule are two parts of the nephron. Malpighian body consists of glomerulus and renal tubule, while renal tubule consists of PCT, loop of Henle, DCT and collecting duct. On the basis of today's lecture, some exercise question noted here. First MCQ question: the part of nephron which absorb glucose and amino acid is collecting tubule, PCT, DCT, loop of Henle. नेफ्रॉनचा कोणता पार्ट ग्लुकोज अँड अमिनो ॲसिडला ॲब्झॉर्ब करण्याचं काम करतो? कलेक्टिंग डक्ट करतो, PCT करतो, DCT करतो का लूप ऑफ हेनले करतो? इज यस, विच वन इज ॲब्झॉर्ब ग्लुकोज अँड अमिनो ॲसिड? सेकंड MCQ क्वेश्चन: which of the following is not a part of kidney? खालीलपैकी कोणता पार्ट किडनीचा नाही? माल्पिगियन बॉडी, माल्पिगियन ट्यूब्यूल, लूप ऑफ हेनले, ग्लोमेरुलस. All these four options, which one is not a part of kidney? So this is the correct answer. Now, podocyte located in parietal wall, visceral wall, PCT, DCT. You know, Bowman's capsule consists of two walls, parietal wall and visceral wall. So podocytes are located in which region? Is it parietal wall, visceral wall, PCT region, DCT region? Yes. Short answer question: what is vasa recta? Second question: difference between descending limb and ascending limb of loop of Henle. Next, visceral wall consists of special type of squamous cell called as. visceral wall मध्ये special type चे squamous cell असतात and they are responsible for filtration purpose, called them. Yes. Number 4, which part of nephron regulate pH of body fluid? नेफ्रॉनच्या कोणत्या पार्ट मध्ये pH बॉडी फ्लुइड रेग्युलेशनचं काम होतं? यस. आयडेंटिफाय द डायग्राम अँड लेबल्ड A, B, C and D. This is a structure of nephron diagram. Here A means this part is glomerulus. B, this part is loop of Henle. C, this part is distal convoluted tubule, and D, this part is collecting duct. Up to this, today's lecture completed. Hope that you understood everything. जर आपण पूर्ण लेक्चर बघितलं असेल तर एक्झरसाइजमध्ये असलेले क्वेश्चन आपण सहज सॉल्व करू शकतो. एक्झरसाइजमध्ये दिलेल्या क्वेश्चनचे आन्सर्स शोधण्यासाठी आपण पूर्ण लेक्चर बघणं गरजेचं आहे. अँड पूर्ण लेक्चरमध्ये आपल्याला नेफ्रॉनच्या वेगवेगळ्या पार्ट्सचं स्ट्रक्चर, इट कंटेन डिफरंट सेल्स, परफॉर्म डिफरंट फंक्शन लक्षात येईल. So hope that you understood everything. If you like the video, then you can subscribe my YouTube BioInfo channel. Tap the bell icon and like the video. If any doubt about today's lecture, mention in comment box. Thank you.